Good evening, traders. So I hope you guys had a good weekend so far and are able to, get your watch list and things done for today. So I just want to make a quick little video update on my watch list that I got going on before I go ahead and watch the new John Wick movie. So really excited to watch that later at this time. So market futures haven't opened up yet. We have no idea where the market is right now. We have developed our watch list, and these are the couple of things you want to watch out for. So I did give some ideas on Twitter publicly for everyone to look at. But the key thing here is that with the banking turmoil that is havocing the markets, will things get worse? And that's one of the key $1 million question that we have. We do know that Janet Yellen had a surprise emergency meeting with all the heads of the Federal Reserve, the Housing Committee, and all of that, going over strategies on how they can provide liquidity to the markets so we can avoid any further bank runs. Okay, so very important situation going on in the capital, and we just have to wait for the news and trade the news towards our advantage. Okay, so not a lot of headlines this week. There's the market has been very quiet. I don't see a lot of movement across the board. I do see crypto somewhat strong today, this weekend, and pretty much they've been holding the highs. And commodities such as gold trying to break new highs as well. Okay, so it looks like they're buying gold, because of all the turmoil that is happening with the banking system. Okay, so I'm gonna get straight to the charts here. So one thing I haven't shared publicly on my Twitter is my SPX chart. Okay, this here is probably one of my most important charts because I use it religiously. So first thing you want to go over, our chop range that we have on SPX is between 39.50 and 4K. Now, the problem with this range here is that it's a quick trade range. We're between the 50 and the 200-day MA. So this is where likely the market is going to be basing. I've been saying this nonstop for the past, since I've been doing these weekly videos and morning market updates, that this is a tough range to break, and pretty much we're seeing that here. I've also left some highlights. 39.30 is what you want to see as a key inflection point. Do we break below that level? Because if we do, we got a long way down, and 3,800 is a long stop. Pretty much under 39.30, if that key level holds, we should be on track towards hitting 37.30 on SPX, and above 4K, that's where market gets better here. Okay, so I set up my weekly range to give my mentees and members. So for this week, I'm seeing the range as 40.60. So the max where SPX can go, and the bottom is 38.80. And that purely has to do with the option sizing, option gamma, and based on my research, based on these key ranges that I'm looking into. Okay, so if you're a SPY trader, pretty much very similar here. Our weekly range is 404 and 38.7. Okay, now when you're trading SPY here, right? If it's a daily expiration or whatever the case is, I don't recommend you go any way outside of these ranges here, unless if we do break below here. Okay, that's a clearly different range. So keep an eye on these key levels here. Bullish range at 400 to 393. No man's land between 380 and 385, and so forth. Okay, so SPY, for your small accounts, this is what you want to be focusing on right now, and this is the ranges that I got going on. Okay, now before I move forward, I also want to go over the key economic events that we're seeing here. So mainly has to do with inflation reports. We have inflation reports from the European banks. We have the core PCE numbers that are happening, but pretty much that is happening near the end of the week. So core PCE, biggest event on Friday, and it is also quarter end as well. Okay, so I do expect a lot of chop this week, and primarily the biggest opportunities I see will be happening near the end of the week here. Okay, so that's what I like to pretty much swing is beyond from Wednesday till Friday, and I want to be trading quickly between Monday and Tuesday and midpoint here, okay? Because premiums have been elevated because of how the market has been moving in a wild fashion. We've been seeing futures down 50, 60 points and then right back up again. So pretty much that's what we're looking at. So on Tuesday, consumer confidence is going to be a big thing as well. That's one important event that we're watching here. We got Bailey speaking on Tuesday. So Monday seems like no real economic report, nothing really of interest, but pretty much we want to see the biggest moves happen on Thursday and Friday, and I think Tuesday may be a very volatile day, so I'll probably want to get in some positions around there and treat it as a quick trade range up until they consumer confidence numbers come out as well. Okay, so consumer confidence last numbers were pretty decent, and not much of an implication on the markets, but it's all about the banking and housing sector. So we got to see how SPX looks during that time, and we'll be watching out for that as well. Okay, besides that, other stocks I have been watching or will be watching is Tesla here. Now its 50-day MA is right at 182. But see if it holds 190, because so far it's still holding our bullish range here. And the greatest inflection point is around 200 to 202. Above that can see the 200-day, which is 217. Very hard level for that to break, but something that I do am keeping my eye on. We also got snow on the watch list, so this stock hasn't been moving, but I think this week it may actually move. Just because you can see here, multiple weeks it's winding up. So let's see if it gets above 140 as a confirmation back towards the upside here. Because if so, it can probably move like Netflix for this week. So let's see what happens there. And under 130, that's when this stock really breaks down. So Netflix, huge move. We played this, multiple trades, and we swinged as well. The calls here, we were up, 300% trade this week on Netflix. Key thing here, it flew all the way to its 200-day MA. Now, there's no news on this, but there's speculation that there's possible bullish news that's coming, maybe some sort of partnership with Apple. I have no idea what's going on, but keep a lookout for these premiums here. If the 330 call is above 10 this entire week and that holds, pretty much Netflix is in the bullish range. And under this 325, if it's between 9 to 15, then it's in the bearish range. Okay, so let's keep an eye on that. So Meta calls, we are swinging these pretty much because there's a likely chance that a TikTok ban may happen. So the committee that basically the House that interviewed the TikTok CEO, they may arise at a decision. No idea. There hasn't been any formal decision, but usually 1 week after, we should get some insight on what's happening there. So I'm swinging these 210 calls. I think they may work because above 210 here, above 209, 210, we could possibly see this stock to go to 230. So the risk to reward was great, and those premiums pretty much held, even though considering Friday was so much of a weaker day. We got Morgan Stanley calls here. Sorry, we don't have anything with Morgan Stanley. My apologies, but we're watching Morgan Stanley here to see if it goes down to the banking collapse range over here. Okay, so very important to see, because Morgan Stanley here is a stronger institution than Goldman Sachs, but I'm watching this carefully to see if this ever gets below $80, because if so, then it's in big trouble here. Now, pretty much, I'm keeping my eyes, focused on a few stocks. I'm not going to be trading Apple here, but I would like to see if Apple gets back into the bullish category here. Tim Cook did visit, China recently here. So let's see what's going on with that. But if this is a peak of Apple around this level here, then it's very possible that Apple can revisit 155 or even lower. Apple is pretty much strong on the fact that basically they have a lot of cash, right? And that's USD dollar currency. The cash pile that they're holding is a bullish thing, especially in today's markets. Okay, so I'm not watching a lot of other things here. Pretty much just want to make this quick and to the point. The market is going to be very choppy this week. I expect there's not a lot of economic events. So if we trade within this 39.50 to 4K range, be prepared to sell your SPX very fast and take profits whenever you can. Otherwise, under 39.30, market breaks down above 4,000. Most likely, I think we're going to see 40.65, and these are my ranges. And this is my watch list for I have for this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And please like and subscribe to get these updates constantly, guys. So that way you guys stay informed of what's to come and to progress on your trading journey. We also offer trials for anyone that wants to take a jab at our mentorship program, which, we have been showing a lot of success. We totally nailed it last week, and we're going to nail it this week again as well. So stay tuned for our track record.